The mists of time waft over the cradle of one of humanity's most vibrant civilizations, the Indus Valley. In the tapestry of history, around 3000 BC, the land that we now know as India was adorned with the blossoms of an early culture, thriving with wisdom and harmony. A civilization that whispered through the sands of the desert, echoing its splendor through the Indus and Sarasvati rivers. This narrative uncovers the enigma of these early architects of society, who cultivated not just crops, but the seeds of thought that would germinate over millennia. The Indus Valley was a masterpiece of urban planning. Cities like Mohenjo-daro, Harappa, and Lothala rose. Their grandeur felt even from the rustle of leaves in the wind. Their streets were a marvel, laid out in perfect grids, whispering tales of architectural foresight that would astound the modern world centuries later. But it was not just the brilliance of construction that defined this age. Their leaders, those whose names history has forgotten, but whose legacies remain palpable, stood as figures of unity and strength. These unsung visionaries, draped not in war armors but in robes of peace, governed with a profound respect for nature and humanity. They forged societies that admired the arts and honored the gods, where seals with intricate carvings told tales of a culture that valued both the aesthetic and the divine. These leaders, akin to the luminescence of a guiding star, heralded an era of peace so profound that wars seemed but a passing shadow. Yet, it was a time not without strife. Unknown faces from distant lands came and went, seeking fortunes and favors. But the rulers of the Indus Valley, sagacious and astute, managed the treacherous waters of diplomacy and conflict with an expertise akin to theirs in urban planning. In their wisdom, these leaders harnessed the prowess of the mighty Indus and the capricious Sarasvati, whose waters kissed the land, turning it to gold. Their understanding of agriculture was unparalleled, allowing crops to flourish, feeding a population that rivaled the stars. And in their granaries, such as those in Mohenjo-daro, lay the testament to their mastery over sustenance. Whilst the rhythm of life thrummed in the hearts of Harappan homes, artifacts of indescribable beauty were crafted, seals of steatite, beads of carnelian, and pottery that captured the soul of the artist in its curves and colors. These stood as markers of a society that thrived not just in mind and matter, but in spirit. Yet, what of the battlefields that lay elsewhere, of conquests and coups d'etats? The Indus Valley stayed largely untainted by such violence, its walls echoing not the clamor of war horns, but the serenity of peaceful trade and cultural exchanges. Merchants, akin to the rivers that nurtured their cities, flowed with goods, ideas, and philosophies. As history would have it, the tides of change engulfed the Indus Valley, eventually fading into obscurity, leaving behind a legacy inscribed not in force but in the indelible ink of peace. What resounded was an undying echo, urging future generations to uphold the ethos of harmony and wisdom that defined these first signs of Indian civilization. Indeed, in the annals of time, while armies marched and empires rose and fell, the Indus Valley civilization stands as a silent testament to a legacy of peace, a beacon from antiquity, lighting the path for India's future with pride and purpose. As inheritors of this ancient curiosity and resilience, one is compelled to look back with a sense of awe and forward with steadfast determination to reignite the flame once kindled by our forebears. Let our present learn from such ancestral fortitude, forging a future that echoes the serene aspirations of those who came before us.